Fingers crossed. Sorry about that, folks. We were adjusting the volume levels. It's Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. We're back at Bennett C. Russell Stadium for week 3 of Navarre football, week 4 overall for high school football here in the state of Florida. Robbie Shanks will be joining us shortly to work the camera for us again tonight. We are not taking chances tonight, Bob. We are inside.
We are inside. Can't remember. Well, let's see. I was in here for the Crestview game a couple years ago with the
only game that I've missed in the last 12 years.
Well,
and it was one of their better games.
Yeah. Yep. Sure was. What a night, too, for the Raiders. Putting up, 63 on
52 to 14.
52.
Yep.
So
45 in the first half, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a 45 to 14 lead at halftime.
And, Heath Childs, a.k.a. the GOAT, was sitting
down in the Gainesville area this week, Disney and Gainesville, taking in the Bama and Florida Gators game tomorrow.
Wow. Is Pac-12 Dave going to be there?
He'll be here in the morning.
Okay.
We got our show to do tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock to noon. We're going to promote that, 8 o'clock to noon on wearesportsradio.com app. You can listen to the Southern Gentleman Sports Show from 8 to noon. We talk college football, and we have a host of guests from around the country that join our show from 8 to noon Central Time. So if you want to catch some college football talk to get ready for your college football day, you got the Georgia Dog, myself, Pac-12 Dave, and Tiger Mike. We'll talk a little bit of college football, but enough about that. We have the 1-1 Raiders hosting the 1-2 Tate Aggies tonight. The most important thing about tonight, Bob, this is a district game, the first for each team.
Exactly. Again, it's not how many games you win, it's which ones. And perfect example, was it Godby last year that went into playoffs like 2-4 or 2-5 and made a deep run in the the COVID era. So both teams are wanting to get back on the winning ways. Navarre just took a unusual loss. They don't lose very many ball games, and so I know it left a bitter taste in the mouth of the Navarre players, since a lot of them are not
2019. Yep.
Because the JVs and freshmen went undefeated, I think, last year. And
it was in 2019. It was the only year that they have not entered the playoffs under Coach Jay Walls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and missed it by this much
to a team that they just beat by 38 points.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
But
yep, it is what it is. The past is the past, and we got tonight football. Gonzales Tate Aggies coming in here. Boy, what a list of great players that they've had in their past. And one that comes to mind was kicking for the New York Giants, was it? Graham Gano, an alum.
He's been there for a while. He played at Carolina for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Played at Florida. Both those kickers in last night's game actually played at Florida State.
Yep, Dustin Hopkins.
And what a great game. He had five field goals last night for the Giants, Gano.
Yeah.
A couple of those were 50-plus yarders. But the game winner goes to Hopkins. There was 8 field goals in the game. One was missed, but there was a penalty on the Giants.
Oh, boy. What a tough offside.
tough offsides, and the victory goes to the Washington football team. I'm sorry. I most people want to be politically correct. I do not call them the Washington football team. That's just me.
They say they may leave the name.
And I know, and it's kind of growing on a lot of people. But to us that are old hats, we've been around in the name of the previous team. I'm not going to mention them here because I don't want to get controversial here because it's a high school football game. But we've been around a while, and to us it was the previous name, and it always will be. But
I mean, you can't sing the song "Hail to the Washington Football Team."
Yeah,
it's "Hail to the Redskins."
Yeah,
hail victory.
But we should have a great game going tonight. Navarre in their black jerseys with their white. Not going to go white. Outlined in white. Their numbers are also black. And Raiders all black tonight. And black helmets with the big Raider on the side of it. Looks like Tate is going to be out there in their white jerseys with maroon numbers, maroon pants with white stripe down the side, white helmets with the big T on both sides, and maroon stripe running right down the middle of it.
We had above average % chance of rain tonight, so we are not on the roof. We're inside.
So we may, just giving you a heads up, we may experience some connectivity issues being inside. So just to give you a heads up in case we experience it. Believe me, we want to give you as the best quality video feed that we can, but sometimes Mother Nature and the internet gods have other things on their mind.
Yeah, that Crestview ball game, I was supposed to do play-by-play, and I was trying to get us and keep us online, so the GOAT ended up doing the play-by-play and did a great job. Joe Settles, our friend, checking in from Niceville. Actually, he is in
Niceville's
Pace.
Out at Pace tonight.
Pace, yep, he's in Pace.
So I'm not sure if he's going up to the game. He doesn't always travel to the games. He does the chain gang there at the home games. Been doing that for quite a while. I already got the permission from Coach Thompson, so we'll be at Niceville. It's just a matter where we're going to set up.
Okay.
So Coach Thompson, I had a chance to talk to him a few times when we were doing our Thursday night high school show on 100.3. So he emailed me back the other day and said we're good to go for Niceville. Still waiting to hear back from Pace and Leon. So we'll make our way over to Tallahassee and basically we'll force our way into the stadium.
I would suspect the Niceville game could very well be a TV game as well.
It is. Tonight it's a TV game up in Pace.
So we may
not too far from the studio there.
We'll just broadcast it from the sideline, just put up a table and
But I've got a lot of great games going on tonight. We had one final from last night. Rickards outlasted Crestview 31-21 to give the Bulldogs their first loss on the season. Choctaw and the big crosstown rivalry matchup with Fort Walton tonight. Gulf Breeze, a district matchup up in Milton. Niceville heading up to Pace, as we just mentioned. Arnold over at West Florida, another district matchup. Washington and Escambia, one of the longest rivalries in the city of Pensacola. And we got Lincoln at Mosley. That should be a good contest tonight. Both Mosley 3-0, Lincoln 2-1. Great comeback win last week for the Trojans. And they're down early to Mosley 7-0. We'll get Mosley later on here at Navarre for homecoming, I believe.
Yep.
Godby will be at Wakulla. South Walton at Baker. Bluntstown at Freeport. Cottondale at Bozeman. Chipley at Vernon. North Bay Haven at Graceville. Sneeds at Holmes County. Jay travels into Alabama to face off with Sweetwater. Rutherford at Mariana. Escambia County, Alabama, heading down to Northview, which is a few miles apart from each other. Port St. Joe at Weewa. Rocky Bayou at St. Francis. A long road trip for Rocky Bayou heading over to St. Augustine, I believe. We got Walton at Maclay. Madison County at Childs. And we got Liberty County at Franklin. and Monroe Day at St. Paul. That should be a good matchup there. And I believe that's 2 or 3A there, Monroe
Yep.
Day and St. John Paul II. Should be a great matchup. Those are the other matchups. We got our quarterback play tonight. Ward O'Brien, the starting quarterback for Tate. He's taken all the snaps through the first 3 games for the Aggies. Kyle Chambers, the senior, has been getting the start for Navarre through the first couple of games. Got Hunter Feaster coming off the bench in his relief, getting some good, valuable playing time for the sophomore quarterback.
Yep, sure has. And be interested to see what the philosophy tonight is. Navarre did really good on the ground. Their Big Bubba's opened up holes last week against Milton. And, our running game really, to me, was a positive along with the defensive line play. I thought we got great penetration at times against Emory Williams. So, again, this is a huge game for Navarre.
Most definitely, and they need this because they'll be back on the road next week to Tallahassee. And you know how much they have not had a whole lot of luck over in Tallahassee. Only one win in Tallahassee, and that was to against Leon a couple of years ago. The big games from Jaden Rivera and Jaden Antonio both had solid nights in that victory over Leon a couple of years ago. No luck against Lincoln so far, or Childs. They're 0-2 against both of those programs, but not on the schedule this year. But Childs in a down year this year as well.
Mm-hmm. Although they're leading in their contest early against.
Robbie's running a little late, Bob, so
Yep.
You might have to work the camera here early on.
Not a problem whatsoever.
Robbie just texted in.
Yep. Let's see. Baker leading South Walton early 7-0 over in Baker. I talked to a good number of my students and adults that volunteer at my school, and South Walton's planning to take a good bunch over to Baker. It's
a tough place to play.
Yeah, it's kind of like how, you'd like to go to Vernon or go to Bluntstown. It's just something you got to do. I
have yet to be at a game. I broadcasted a couple of volleyball tournaments up at the Baker, but I've never been to a football game at Baker.
I did. I think I did refereed a JV game years ago there, but excuse me. What? I don't have a mute button. Sorry about that, folks. It's been a long.
Hey,
long,
just
long
nudge
game.
me next time, and I'll turn your mic off.
Oh, okay. You might have to do it a lot during the game. It's been a long week. We've had 6 weeks of school, and this was only our 3rd full week of school because of hurricanes or holidays or whatever. So, but we got through it, and you got through it. You got. Your job ain't much easier either.
No, I got 2 hours in the car every day back and forth to work,
Me too.
working out at Duke Field, and then getting ready for our show on Wednesday night, doing the research for our Irish Bills Twist on Sports from Culver's every Wednesday night at 7. And the deal still stands, folks. We've been wanting to get individuals out to our show and maybe get you on for a couple of minutes on the air, but the first individual, I'm saying individual, not families, I will buy your dinner if you show up at Culver's on Wednesday night. And nobody's taken me up on it yet, Bob.
There's some good food there, man.
Excellent food there at Honey and Randy Smith, owners at not only the one here in Navarre, but in Destin and Fort Walton Beach as well. And the one at Fort Walton Beach, I hear, is doing quite well.
Taking a look at Tate's roster, they have 22 seniors. As opposed to Navarre, they have
33, I believe. 39 last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 72 seniors in the last 2 years.
I mean, it's like turning over a whole roster, every year. Tate opened up their 2021 season with a 9-0 victory over Pensacola High. They followed it up with a tough matchup against Tate, very low scoring again. Gulf Breeze took them 14-0. And then last week, West Florida, a team that we're very familiar with, we played them in a kickoff classic, if you will. West Florida whitewashed Tate 44-0.
Ouch.
And that, I think, was that at Tate?
I'm not sure where that was at, but
yeah.
West Florida ranked in the top 10 in Class 5A here early on in the season, still early on. And pull up I know I got it here somewhere, all my notes. But, yeah, sitting at number 5 or 6 in Class 6A and 5A, number 6. 6 in Class 5A. Our other area teams ranked. Niceville comes in at number 4 in Class 7A. Lincoln at number 6 in Class 6A. Rickards, Mosley, honorable mentions. Florida High in 3A. And down in 1A, you have Baker at number 2 and Port St. Joe and Bluntstown coming in.
That's a tough classification that West Florida's in. You got Powerhouse, Miami Central, and Plantation, 1 and 2. So that was the classification Navarre had been in a couple years ago. We're approaching around 10 minutes till kickoff, it appears.
So it's about time for us to take our one commercial break that we take before we get started with the game. It's Irish Bill with Seminole Bob at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Navarre and Tate coming up at you at the bottom of the hour. District 17A action here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium on the 17th day of September 2021. Sit back and enjoy our words from our sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be here. So listen and
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef, and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Thinking about selling your property? Call Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Realty in Navarre now. The consultation is free, and Ursula uses the best tools the industry has to offer. Her years as a top producer, relocation specialist, and Florida military market specialist will help you get the desired result. If you are buying, Ursula's experience will help you make an informed decision to find the right home for you. And if you mention this advertisement, Ursula will donate $100 to the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club when the deal closes. To find out if you qualify for any of the military rewards, call or text 850-642-5711 or email ursula.householder@cbrealty.com or go to urhouseholderhomes.com. That's urhouseholderhomes.com. Go Raiders!
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
If you want to move better, feel better, and live better pain-free, Dr. Paul Britt at Integrative Chiropractic Solutions is the only certified sports chiropractor for Gulf Breeze and Navarre. He can address your sports injuries quickly and effectively, and after only 4 visits on average with a 96% resolution rate. So give Integrative Chiropractic Solutions a call today at 850-916-9304 or book online at drpaulbritt.com. That's 850-916-9304 or online at drpaulbritt.com. They want to fix you swiftly to get you back in the game.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raiders Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track, whether it's seeing to it that they're properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can watch and hear all exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Welcome back to Navarre High School, Bennett C. Russell Stadium. It's District 1 7A matchup between the Tate Aggies, the visitors on the scoreboard, and your home team, the Navarre Raiders. Navarre comes in with a 1-1 record. The Aggies come in with a 1-2 record. First district game for both teams coming into this night. We are inside. We were not going to take any chances with the way the weather has been this week, Bob, and so far it looks pretty good.
Somewhere between 6 and 8 inches, I understand.
Wow.
Our Ortega, down where we live, was flooded. I mean, our daughter had to go a different way with a low-riding car. Our SUV was okay, but man.
Yeah, I was out on my walk this afternoon there in Robidahl, and as I'm coming around the neighborhood, coming around one of the turns, it's flooded. I had to turn around and go back. I mean, it was ankle-deep water in the road. And I couldn't go around it because the cul-de-sac was flooded as well, so I had to turn around and go back home. So I only did a 2.5-mile walk this afternoon.
Yep.
So we got Navarre coming in, 1-1. Tate, 1-2. Navarre, a very slow starting offense here early on in 2021 in the first half of games. Have only tallied 7 points on the season, and the majority, 34 of their 41 points, have come in the second half, Bob.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the word that Jay Walls gave to his team before the game was, we got to get off to a fast start. It would not surprise me if Navarre did win the toss, that instead of deferring, that they want to take the ball and do some time of possession, wear Tate down, and have the run set up the pass.
But one thing we are missing on the field, though, is right in the middle, usually spreading from about the 43 to the 43. The other is the Navarre Raider. But since the field has been so damp this week, they were not able to paint the middle of the field. So it's just Navarre in one end zone, in the south end zone, and Raiders in the north end zone tonight, and the numbers and the hash marks. But no Raider in the middle of the field. So that's where our camera you would normally be seeing the Raider in the middle of the field, but not tonight.
Yeah, I know they put a call out to the quarterback club to help. Help. We've got a break in the rain. Let's get out and help the coaching staff with lining the fields. It's not an easy task, and with the rain, it's going to make for a slippery track tonight. And if you take a look at midfield, it looks a little chewed up. So they did not play football this week, I believe. Is that correct?
They did not. They would have been on the road anyways this week on a home game. The JV and the freshmen usually play away.
Opposite.
That way you don't have 3 games in a matter of 2 days on the same field, and you would just saturate the field.
Tear it up as well, and the field needing a little rest before lacrosse and soccer. The officiating crew waiting for the respective captains. I think Navarre is going to be, I believe, Bill, that's the south end zone to our right, north end zone to our left. And
that's correct. And Bob will be working double duties to get this game started. Robbie will be here shortly, caught up in traffic. And I have not heard back from my friend over in Tallahassee, so I might have to beg Robbie to come with us next Friday as well.
Well, I took the day off, my friend.
So Robbie can take the day off as well, hopefully.
Whatever. Well, could be.
Wife said, the producer, I should say not the wife, the producer says it's a good picture so far.
Well, that's because it's not on you and me. But
that's correct.
Listening to various sports radio coming in, a lot of changing gears just a second. That Indiana Cincinnati game, a lot of people are jumping on Indiana's bandwagon. I thought about you when I heard that, because you did pick your home state Hoosiers.
I did. Cincinnati's the 3.5-point favorites going into that game on the road. And but I'm looking. Indiana they can't play any worse than they did in Week 1 against Iowa.
Right.
That was just a total whitewash from the beginning. Last week they did play a lesser quality team, but they got it done last week. So they're 1-1. Cincy 2-0 coming in. Luke Fickell doing one heck of a job there at Cincinnati. Your captains tonight for the Raiders, number 31, Sebastian Melendez. Number 55 is Fiona Moso. Number 5, Dante Devin Wright. I knew I was going to mess that up at least once this year. Devin will be called into kicking duties as Taylor Gardner is out this evening. And our Inspector Gadget, number 22, Derek Percival. They will be going out to the midfield here shortly. Now they're doing it right now. We got about a 5 to 10 second delay from our camera to the video screen, so they will be going out to the middle of the field here momentarily. Your captains for Tate, Lyle Jackson, senior running back, number 3. I'm trying to see what the other number out there is. Looks like number 15 would be Jaden Lewis, linebacker. Want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Scott Foster. His son, Bruce Foster, a senior, will be getting a lot of playing time tonight for the Aggies. Thanks, Scott. Scott has got me the roster for tonight's game, so thank you, Scott.
Looks like our play clock and scoreboard may not be working tonight, so
we'll do our best to keep you apprised of what's going on. We are moments away from kickoff here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. The captain's still out at the middle of the field, and there goes the coin, and we should let you know who's going to be doing what here in the next couple of minutes. Navarre wins the toss, and they defer as usual.
I thought they might take the ball.
Tate will receive. That's 3 straight games that they've won the toss and deferred.
Sure have. Navarre's doing something really original. They're having each coin toss sponsored by a family, a Raider family, which I think is very original. I've never heard that before. So
the rest of the Raider captains and their teammates heading back to join in the pile of Raiders in the south end zone as they get ready to come out here on the field of play. Once again, this is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. Robbie Shanks will be joining us shortly here once he gets out of traffic. And he'll be working the camera for us tonight once again. But I tell you, it's September 17th, and the Raiders bouncing out of the tunnel, and here they come onto the field. Your Navarre Raiders in their black uniforms. Maroon numbers outlined in white. Black Raider helmets. And I may just be off, or are those maroon uniforms?
They are maroon numerals.
Maroon numerals, black uniforms outlined in white. So I was right the first time. We got a little bit of haze on the windows, so.
It's our hot air, Bill.
Yeah, we got a lot of it, don't we, buddy? So if you want to send in a text, let us know where you're watching tonight. Text me here at 850-549-8387. 850-549-8387. And we'll give you a shout out. Let us know who you are and where you're texting from so we can do the proper respects of you taking the time to text us, and we'll let people know that you're out there.
We had Iraq, Australia, Arizona, New Mexico, the Midwest.
We are definitely worldwide.
Worldwide.
Derek Percival will be handling the kickoff duties tonight in the absence of Taylor Gardner. So add another responsibility to one Mr. Derek Percival.
Inspector Gadget.
The kicking, kickoff, and punting duties, Devin Wright will be handling the extra points and field goals if they do so attempt any this evening. Like I said, Tate in their white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon pants, white down the side. White helmets with T's on both sides of the helmet and a maroon stripe run right down the middle of it, right down Main Street. 2 back deep for the Aggies as Percival puts the ball on the tee. Tim Keene checking in. Thanks, Tim. Tim used to help us out with the cameras. Percival, the right-footed kicker, getting ready to put toe on leather. We are underway. It's a high, short, and there's a flag on the play.
Like Navarre was offsides on the kickoff.
And our first penalty of the night.
Oh, there's the scoreboard. I was wondering what happened.
I can't predict time, so.
Probably just had to turn the button on, I guess, or something.
So we're going to put it back on the kicker. They're going to mark off 5 yards against Navarre. Percival from his 35 now. The weather keeping a few people away tonight. There's a decent crowd over on the far side of Tate fans that made that haul from Cantomen and Gonzalez. Percival from the 35. This one's going to be returned. It's a short kick, comes down at the 23. It's going to be a nice return for the Aggies, still on his feet. And Percival's going to take him down. The kicker takes him down at the 50 after a nice 27-yard return by Demetrius Powell. And
well, most kickers aren't used to making tackles, but Percival also plays a defensive back.
Short kick, and Tate's going to have great field position at the midfield stripe. We're just underway here at Navarre High School. Ward O'Brien leading the offense back actually bringing the offense onto the field for the very first time this evening. Twins to the far side, twins to the near side, single back in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, but he pushes forward up to the 45, down to the 45-yard line of Navarre, a gain of 5 on the carry by Jackson. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Aggies.
Looks like they go hurry up here.
O'Brien into pistol. He's going to hand off to the only back, and it's a nice run for the Aggies. And he's going to have a nice first down carry down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 18 for Andre Colston. And a Aggie first down. Actually give him 19, and Aggies first down at the Raider 26. He's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but he breaks one tackle, and he takes a big hit at the 19-yard line where he's met right there after he slides down on the hit by Marvin Sactolin. A gain of 7 for Jackson. 2nd and 3 as the Aggies move deep into Raider territory down to the 19-yard line. 10:44 on the clock here in the opening quarter. It's going to be handoff off left tackle. The Raiders getting a big hit, but they're not wrapping up, Bob.
Yeah, Tate is spreading Navarre out. Had trips to the wide side, single man to the near side, making a lot of one-on-one assignments there.
And they get enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 at the Raider 15. Ward O'Brien into pistol, 3 in motion. Actually, that's number 18 in motion. That would be Andre Colston. He's going to get the handoff, and he's going to go into the end zone from 15 yards out. And just like that, Tate's on the board at the 10:07 mark. But not a lot of defensive pursuit there in that opening drive, Bob.
No, and one thing that Navarre does not need is for the defense to have a slow start. It's one thing to have the offense a slow start, but if you're giving up points, that ain't good.
It's a 15-yard run for Colston.
Aggies made it look easy.
William O'Brien in for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. 7-0 Aggies here a minute 53 into the game. So they take the short field from the midfield stripe, and they go 50 yards and put the first 7 on the board in this contest. Colston with 2 carries for 34 yards in that drive. 5 carries, all on the ground. And the Aggies on the board first. Only their 2nd touchdown in 4 games, Bob. They scored one in their opening win against Pensacola in a 9-0 victory. The Raiders, they were getting to the ball carrier, but they just weren't wrapping up. And the Tate running backs just kept turning those legs and got positive yards on every carry.
Yep, absolutely.
O'Brien to kickoff duties. This is William O'Brien. The pooch kick. It's going to go picked up at the 19-yard line. A nice return by the Raiders, and that would be Christian Caballero. He's going to get out over the 30. Actually, that's Devin Wright on the return. It's going to be a return at 12. The Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their own 30.